We definitely did a great job on offense today. We were getting the ball inside. They were a smaller team. Thanks, J-Rock. And but I think we struggle at time on defense. Especially one-on-one. We take pride in our team defense, and I think we were lacking a little bit. They have some great scorers on their team, and they really run a lot of ball screen stuff to get them open. They did a great job of really attacking, and like I said, we kind of got the kinks out of the road, and we're gonna take pride in our defense on Saturday.
Once we knew we were playing Texas Southern, the whole week of practice, it was just get the ball inside and feed the post because they don't have any bigs. So we knew where our advantages were, and then obviously people were hitting shots from the outside, so everything was clicking today. When you get in a game like this, no matter what the score is, our team should always play with high intensity, always be playing hard. And at the end of the game, when you talk about Arizona versus whoever it is we're playing, people should always say Arizona's played harder than anybody. And I think today you can make the case that Texas Southern really played like as hard as they could, and you can tell at times that we didn't do that.
They're a very talented team. They can score in a lot of different ways, and they're also extremely quick and athletic. So it's different. It's not something that you face every single day. We're at that point in the season where everybody's almost equally talented. And if you take your eyes off of prize, if you don't focus on the right things, it can really hurt you. It's only one game, and we just got to make sure that we lock up and come together next game prepared to win.
You know what? That was a tough team to guard. They spread us out a lot. I thought they did a great job, spreading us out and beat us to the basket, and that's really no excuse. He wasn't happy about it. At the end of the day, it's about surviving in advance, but some things we got to clean up on defense. I feel like sometimes with the guys who were guarding, they really weren't trying to make outside shots. They were a little bit faster than us in some points on the court, but. We got to take what we have. Our defense is usually dominant, but tonight it wasn't as strong as it usually is. Of course, we weren't happy about that, so that'll be our focus for the next game, of course. We have to do what we do. We have to do what we do really well, and what we do is elite rebounding and elite defending. And if that's in place, we should be good through the tournament. But if we don't do that, any team can win on any night, and he's been doing this for 25 years, and sometimes the team doesn't work. But if we do what we do and we lose like that, then it's fine. But if you have a night like this and we end up losing, we're gonna be looking at each other like, man, one thing that we do well, we tripped up on the night, and guess what? We're going home. So definitely a thing we want to get cleaned up. Every time's a new night, and just like Iowa State went down today and Baylor went down today. They're pretty big and physical teams as well, and it could be if your night's not the night, you could be going home with some tears in your eyes.